She has helped her clients effectively live free of the negative influences of their past experiences. Please welcome Dr. Lynn Migdal. And Dr. Migdal, I'd like to have you start with giving us a little background of your history.
My history, I have been a doctor of chiropractic for about 43 years. So I was trained in nerve flow and brain fitness. And then I became a therapeutic breath worker because I found that if people didn't heal their heart and learn how to breathe during the day, that they really didn't hold what the chiropractic adjustment was doing. So I became a holistic flow doctor, helping people flow now through education, workshops, and retreats.
And how did you get into that? Did you have a traumatic experience in your life?
I was paralyzed from a vaccine and then learned more about the nervous system when I had to grow back my nervous system. I was pretty much very sickly as a child and was brought up on medicine. So I'm kind of the first pioneer of the family that went totally holistic and natural.
And then I know something happened with your family that kind of threw you into a tailspin. Will you elaborate a little bit?
Yes. In 2012, there was a mudslide in British Columbia that killed my two daughters, their father, my soulmate, and demolished my homes in a matter of seconds. And it's because of my pre-training that I'm in front of you right now. I'm luckier than most, as my pre-training in healthy breathing and breath flow and brain and nerve fitness created me to be healthy and strong and resilient before this disaster.
I know a lot of people at home are probably thinking, how do you put one foot in front of the other? How do you do that?
It's actually one breath at a time, like one thought at a time, one step at a time. Again, if I wasn't trained and teaching leaders how to be more resilient and owning it myself, you see, the time to prepare for disasters is now. We're living in a world right now where crisis, wars, just natural disasters. I'm preparing you right now for the 6 o'clock news. But this is real because I have worked with thousands of patients to assist this process. And it is one breath at a time. People hold their breath during the day, and then when they finally remember to breathe, they go, and then they force it. But if you are heartful, besides being mindful, because everyone's talking about mindfulness today, but to breathe fully into the lungs is so important with the stress that we're at. So there are many things that we are not in control over in this world, like a mudslide, sudden multiple death, loss of homes. But what I was in control over and owned was my response to stress. And that was to breathe into healthy postures so that my vagus nerve, the nerve that controls your reaction to stress, could be free and flow and make the right decisions so that I could stay focused and strong. I still practice all these techniques because it's what reason I'm thriving today.
Cell phones these days are a big problem. And of course, the posture that goes along with it. How connected are the breaths and the posture habits? How are they effective in your health and your happiness and your peace going forward?
Well, the most common nerve that is looked up on Google, there's two things that are like sky high right now, looking up the vagus nerve and looking up breathing. And that's what you have in your segment on right now. So it's a twofer. It's a win-win. When you have an open breath posture, open throat, open chest, and leaving room for the diaphragm to drop and the lungs to expand and to contract, you are opening up the pathway for the vagus nerve. Because the vagus nerve comes out of the brain area. There's two of them. And then it goes around the front, feeds all your organs in the front, pierces the diaphragm, and then goes down to the rest of the organs. There's a lot to say about the vagus nerve because it controls and communicates the function of the organs. But for today's segment, it controls our hormonal reactions to stress, peace, and happiness. So if you have your head down and twisted and you're doing a one-sided check your phone, or one-sided text, you could be compressing the vagus nerve and being more anxious, more depressed, more stuck in a bad attitude. And it could be preventing you from having strong nutritional wellness, emotional fitness, and physical fitness. The vagus nerve and your spinal nerves control your total functioning. So if we can go back to that picture right now, it would be great for everyone to just see that a little bit longer. So it shows the brain on the left-hand side, and that's the vagus coming down. Our brain health controls our levels of health, but also our immune system and our emotional, chemical, and physical fitness. The guy in the middle, you recognize that. That's the people who you can't go eye to eye with because they are addicted to this unhealthy posture that not only pinches the vagus nerve, but down below, you could see that the open posture is letting the lungs be as free as it can be. But the guy on the cell phone, he's just pinching his nerves in his neck, his vagus nerve, and compressing the ribs. The ribs are open on the bottom right picture. So shoulders back and down and ears in alignment with your shoulders. And then pick the phone up to eye level. It's not heavy. We're acting like it's 500 pounds. People go to the gym all day long. They press 300 pounds, but they can't pick this up. So you want to be able to breathe it up, have full breathing and a healthy nervous system if you want holistic fitness, chemical, emotional, physical, nutritional fitness in your life. But most of all, for today's society, to become more peaceful, to become happier. So I believe that, humanity was very stressed out, but when these came along and then COVID, things got more stressful. People are more angry and more depressed and have more disease.
Do you think businesses as well as individuals can learn from you if you come and speak to them?
Yes, I am available live and virtual for individuals and for groups. Because if anyone wants to raise the bar of the potential that we have all inside us, or business owners or leaders want to become healthier and stronger, want to save money, want to increase your cash flow, this is all about everyone being healthy. I do go into businesses and work with groups so that they can understand, because that's why I wanted the graphics up today. For you to understand that this isn't about pain. This is about function and potential. And if you want higher brain fitness, you want your employees to be happier and healthier and have more income coming in, and then save the money on all the training that corporations do. But even the individual parent is a leader. So parents and children, this is very important because the children are watching parents. Mm-hmm. And if your head is down and twisted, your child is not growing up to the potential that it possibly can. So yes, I'm available to all types of groups, virtually and live. Individual retreats are very important as well to work on the possible childhood traumas or barriers that you have personally, breath work. And the work that I do also addresses letting go of barriers and blockages. And some people want to do it individually. Individual and group is good. Both of them are great.
Dr. Migdal, I think you are walking proof of what you preach, and we certainly appreciate what you have shared with us today. How can folks find out more information about getting in touch with you?
The best way, and I have an educational website. I don't know if my name is showing on here, drlynnmigdal.com on the bottom left. That's just my name.com. You'll see that there's books. If people don't want to meet me personally, they could learn from books that I've written or take some e-courses as well. So there's many ways. It's very important for the knowledge to trickle down from the leaders down from the parent level to the higher education level, we all need to increase our levels of peace and health and resiliency right now. Now's the time to prepare.
Thank you
Please
so
don't
much.
wait.
We appreciate you joining us. We'll be right back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.